Everyone's talking about the Haley and Selena drama, but this has been on my mind literally every single day.
So I'm gonna do something a little bit daring. So as I'm talking, you get to see like what as a content creator I would have been looking at this entire time as I keep scrolling and see where I sit in my content. Because as a content creator, you're constantly putting yourself with everybody else, and that's kind of why like the community is such a weird community to get into because you're always going to compare yourself to the next person and the next person, the next person. YouTube was even worse because you can see everybody's views in real time. So you just get started in YouTube, right? And people are like, "Oh, I want to be your friend." Okay, great. What's your channel name? So you subscribe to their channel. You do this like weird like follow for follow. But here's the thing, with YouTube, if I'm following you, you're gonna come up in my in like my first page, right? And then so I get to see like you already hit a bunch of views. I'll give you a great example because she knows the conversation a lot. But this was a daily conversation. But somebody like super enthused, right? Jackie. So I would see Jackie's videos, just like I see Jackie's videos now. And Jackie's videos, like off the same jump, will hit like maybe 5 to 10,000 views already. Now I could only see the views, right? I don't see anything else behind the view, and that's the trick. But I can see that at that same point, she already had maybe 5,000 views. She had 10,000 views, while mine are hitting like 100, 200, 300. And so you start to do this like really weird thing where you just start to compare yourself and then you start to put your value into a view. You start to put your own personal value into your subscriber count. And it becomes even worse when other people put their own value on you on the same stat. This is a concept that I will get into much later. But some people put your worth as your subscriber count and your view count. But you're new. You don't know that yet. So, but you're seeing 100 views, 300 views, 500 views, and you're going, what am I doing all this for? What's the point? Why am I even bothering to continue with this game, this charade, because I can't win, right? And then we completely lose focus on exactly why we're doing this in the first place. Why are we being content creators if we can't win, right? The thing I like about this particular app is that I don't get to have the luxury of looking at everybody else's views in real time unless I'm specifically going out of my way to go and look for it. The cycle of being a content creator is dangerous because as much as I want to tell you, as much as I want to say, your worth is not your worth is not a number. Your worth is not a view. Your worth is not a subscriber. It doesn't really matter to folks on if I'm saying that or anything else until you actually live it. I don't know if that makes sense. But your worth is so much more than this arbitrary number. That's what I'm saying. It's like your views are arbitrary. Your subscribers is an arbitrary number. But we put worth on it because we see somebody else with that same number, and then we project what we want ours to be onto that. So we go, I want that. And because what I don't see is that person that's getting 10,000 views or 20,000 views, they're looking at the next person above them and saying, I need to get that number. You're never satisfied. You're never satisfied until you can keep grabbing the fruit off the highest tree, and it continues and continues and continues and continues. The game is crazy. This whole game of content creation is crazy. And there is no level because there's always one above it because you're never going to be satisfied. There's never a point where anybody is satisfied because if you keep putting worth into these numbers, there is no satisfaction at all. Disney can come to you and say, hey, I'll give you all the media access in the world. I'll give you anything that you want, but you're never going to be satisfied because somebody above you is getting something even more. This shit makes you crazy. This shit makes you very, very crazy.